Welcome, Gemini, to your February 2025 reading, and thanks so much for tuning into my channel. Now, just a few announcements. I've done some of those free mini readings. If you are waiting on some, check your notifications. They could be there. I'm still working through them all, guys, so please be patient. I'm just doing them and people aren't even watching them, so I feel like I don't know if I should keep going. I think I might even announce in the next couple of months for people to just start commenting and reaching out to me again if you are still waiting and haven't received yours, and I'll bump you guys up the list because I feel like I'm doing them for naught. But anyway, I do offer readings now for a donation if you would like one. I'm not doing the free ones anymore, so just click the donate button, put your comment in the comment section about what you'd like me to focus on, or if you've got a question, and I will return I'll do your video and I will leave you a link in response to your comment so you can access your reading from there. Now, also, if you would like to help out my channel, I have started a new online shop, nothing to do with tarots really. It's my other love. I love antiques, selling antiques, selling antique jewelry, and I have beautiful jewelry pieces that my mum has made, and she uses like old Afghani kind of lockets and pendants and things like that, and old beads as well as new ones, but they're all bespoke, one-off pieces. You won't be able to buy them anywhere else, so check that out, and there could be something there for Valentine's Day for some of you if you would like to give a gift. And happy Valentine's Day as well if that is what you if you like to follow Valentine's Day. But let's get into your reading now. Wow, I see a few people here for you in February. You've got Page of Cups, you've got a Page of Wands, so some people that are younger than you. This could be your kids, but the Page of Cups I would normally read as a Pisces, but this can be any water sign, so a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. You do actually have Scorpio here in that Death card. Please don't be alarmed by that card. These cards are called the Angel Tarot, by the way. This was my the very first deck that was ever given to me, so they're quite old, they're quite plain, but I love them anyway, so don't be alarmed when you see things like that. I'll go into the meaning of that. Now, the Page of Wands, you could have Sagittarius in your life, but this could be any fire sign as well, so an Aries, a Leo or a Sag here that's significant, and you also have a Taurus here in the Hierophant, so could be getting together with some family or friends here in February. But you start out with the Hangman, so I feel for a lot of you, you may be feeling like things have not been moving forward or haven't been going in the direction that you want them to, and you've been in a bit of a suspended animation. But I feel like this is absolutely going to change because you have that Death card and you have the Ace of Wands. The Death card talks about a release. It's an ending to a situation that has been perhaps keeping you stuck, keeping you within the status quo, not moving forward, like sort of like hanging there like a hangman, not doing kind of anything. And the Death card releases you from that energy, and then you have that beautiful Ace of Wands. Wow, that is energy that opens things up. It is brand new beginnings. If you've lost your mojo, if you've lost your inspiration, the Ace of Wands is a wonderful card to get when that happens. You know, it's like your passion is returning, and it's just, yeah, there's an awakening here almost for you. yeah, so, if you feel like there has been a pause, it's actually an opportunity for you to really reflect on where you want to go next and to look at things from a completely different perspective. So rather than looking at this as you being stuck and not going anywhere, try and take this opportunity to really assess where it is you want to go. And once you've kind of had this awakening, once you've had this release, things pick back up again. And I really feel like when you've got, particularly with those 2 pages there, I do apologise if you can hear a lot of rain, and where I'm in the middle of a storm at the moment, so you might be hearing a lot of rain on my sky light there. But you've got 2 pages. This is youthful energy, and if these don't represent people in your life, often when we get court cards like that in a reading, they talk about what elements and characteristics that you are going to be taking on board when you when these show up. So I feel like here that those pages, the Page of Cups, beautiful, loving energy. This is also, pages are messages or messengers. So I feel like you're going to be getting some really good news as well. Really loving, happy news. And I feel like also there could be someone new entering your life, and potentially even someone that may have something to do with a romantic relationship here, if some of you are wanting that or open to that and you are single. The Page of Cups can talk about that, like beautiful love letters. And I mean, look, as I said, we are going into coming up to Valentine's Day, so you could even be getting some beautiful loving messages from someone special in your life. But if you are already in a relationship, when you get the Page of Cups, it can even talk about a relationship that actually moves to the next level. So if you've just been dating, you might decide to make it official and become, a couple. Or you might be a couple and you might be deciding to become engaged or get married or that kind of stuff. So that's really beautiful as well here for some of you. Now, just while I'm talking about pages, that Page of Wands, that's really kind of adventurous, exciting. That's new opportunities are happening in your life. So I don't feel like that Hangman energy is going to be hanging around for very long. I feel like this is definitely a link to the last few months and the way you've been feeling in your life up until this point. But there's definitely a significant change coming in February for you. But yeah, the Page of Wands talks about something wonderful coming into your life. It's a really creative card. And it's a card that really talks about you thinking outside of the box. And with that Ace of Wands, that is, as I said, that is inspiration coming back into your life. So if you are creative in any way, you're an artist, you're a musician, you're a writer, you are going to be really getting back into that kind of stuff and being quite excited about it. And you're really asked to follow your passions when the Page of Wands comes up. So if you've got something that you've really wanted to do and that you've been thinking about and you haven't been able to start, go for it, because the signs are quite wonderful here when that happens. Now, the Five of Pentacles here, I feel like for some of you, you may potentially be feeling that there is this lack in your life. But it's interesting that it's right above the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands says you've put in the hard work, you've done what you can do, you've really been working towards changing things, and now there's no point in standing there watching your ships coming in, because this is what the message of the Three of Wands is. You know, your ships are coming in for you. You've done that work. You know that you can release, you can reawaken, and you can allow your ships to come in. Now you can move on to the next big project. You don't have to stand on the shore and watch them dock. You know they're on their way, so move on to the next big thing here for you. So that's really, really nice energy as well. Particularly, as I said, if you've been feeling a bit left out in the cold, or financially you've been feeling strained, I think you've put in some hard work here, and there is definitely change coming in here for you. Now, the Hierophant. This is quite a spiritual card, the Hierophant. This has come out for a few signs as well. Now, as I said, the Hierophant does represent a Taurus. So some of you may be very much connected with a Taurus. But the Hierophant is a card that really asks you to look at your actions and to look at the broader implications of your actions, you know. So rather than hanging around and feeling stuck, feeling like things aren't happening, waiting for things to happen, maybe it is time to move on. You might look at your situation and say, yeah, I've wasted a lot of time here. I'm going to move on to the next big thing. But when the Hierophant shows up, it is actually a card of duality, and you might be called upon to either take up a traditional route in the way you do things, or, you know, doing the tried and tested methods and ways of going about things, or you might actually want to buck the trend, think outside of the box and do things your own way. And the fact that you've got the Page of Wands here, I really feel like for a lot of you Geminis, you are going to be doing things your own way. And it's interesting, Gemini, you're the twin. There is duality within you as well. So you understand this feeling of doing things the traditional way or bucking the trend. So whichever twin you're listening to in February, Gemini, I think go for it. Just really allow that inspiration and that passion to take over and carry you along here. Now, look, this could be, for some of you, the card of marriage, or, you know, if you're already married or you're not interested in getting married, you know, this can be marriage in a non-traditional way as well, where you marry up with like-minded people, or marry up with a person, you know, a new friend that comes in that is platonic, but you are just work together wonderfully, you're passionate. This can even talk about a new job that you may want to get into, or a new business that you might want to start with some friends here. But a lot of messages here for you to just go for it. Don't wait around any longer. It's time for action. Now, let's get some clarifying cards out. Now, did I mention this is the Angel Tarot? I'm not sure. This is a very old deck. This is my very first deck, the Angel Tarot, and I am going to clarify with the Mystical Tarot. This is my favorite deck. I love the imagery on this. It's so beautiful. I actually just bought another one of these because I thought, oh my gosh, if this deck ever gets ruined. Wow. I feel like for some of you, there could definitely be a new love here. The Eight of Wands is the arrows of love, but this is fast, busy action. You're getting all your ducks in a row. You are on the move. There's no more hanging around in the hangman now. This is a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, lots of emails going here, going there. But not in a negative way. Like this is in an exciting way where things are happening, things are beginning to move. There's new ideas coming in here as well. And again, very creative ideas. So again, I'm feeling if some of you are in a creative kind of field, inspiration is going to start again here for you with the 8 of Wands. I love that. Yeah, look at that. The 5 of Pentacles again. Okay, so some of you definitely have been feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you are struggling here a little bit, or that you have been struggling financially, potentially, or even mentally, physically. You may have a physical illness that you've been struggling with. But when this card comes up, and the fact that you've got it twice here, it's quite significant. And I feel like one of the messages with the 5 of Pentacles here is you need to ask for help. If you are struggling, if you are unwell in any way, if you are, financially strained, if you're just feeling like you've been left out in the cold, you need to reach out and speak to people. And particularly if any of these people that I mentioned are people that have made you feel a little bit that way, perhaps you can talk to them about it and approach the subject. Or if you don't feel like you can ask for assistance, you can ask for help from other people. And the interesting thing in the lot that fell out, those cards, you got the Queen of Swords. Now, this is someone that is a really good person to go to for assistance if you've been struggling in any way, even mentally. The Queen of Swords sees things very clearly. Now, for some of you, this can even represent you. This is an air sign. I would normally read this as a Libra, but this can represent any air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. But this is seeing clearly, looking at the situation, weighing up your situation, balancing things out, and making decisions based on what you see, on what your intellect, rather than emotions here. And if this is a person in your life that you can go to for help, they're really good at giving advice because they tell it like it is. They don't sugarcoat things. They will, they're not going to be mean if they're a friend, but they won't fluff things up. They will be honest and they will tell you like it is. And I feel like that is something you potentially may need to hear. So this could be someone really nice to reach out to. And look at that final card that came out in those cards that flew out, the 10 of Cups. And this is one of the best cards in the deck. It is the happily ever after card. It's your wishes have come true and you have that beautiful dream life. You are emotionally fulfilled. You have love around you. You have a stable emotional home and friends that support you and love you after a time of you potentially feeling that lack of the 5 of Pentacles and feeling like, you have no friends, you have no romance, you have no opportunities. That 5 of Pentacles is that woe is me kind of card. And the Death card here, I feel, is asking you to release any of that, because there is such wonderful opportunity that is beginning here for you. And you have to, just like what I said in that Hangman card, you have to look at your situation from a completely different perspective and see that where things haven't been moving forward is actually been giving you the opportunity to reassess what makes you happy. What do you want in your life? Have you lost your inspiration? How do you get it back? You know, asking yourself those really important questions. But wow, to end off with the 10 of Cups, I see such love and beauty and happiness coming into your life here, Gemini. It is wonderful. Now let's finish off with a Now I Understand Oracle card. I didn't do these last month because I was really searching for trying to find time, and I couldn't, so I cut some cards out. But look at this proof. Your search is validated by the evidence before you. No more confirmation is necessary. Now, I feel like that's very specific here for some of you. You will have to let me know in the comments section, but I feel like if you have been looking for an answer, looking for proof about something, I feel like there is a message within here that I've given you that is very significant for you, Gemini. So we'll leave it there. As I said, if you'd like a little mini reading just for you, you can leave me a donation, can be any amount. At least I know that you'll watch it if you do pay for it, because I'm not doing the free ones anymore. I'm not offering free ones anymore. And please check out my new online store as well if you'd like to purchase a beautiful gift for someone you love or even for yourself. So have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.